Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh, and sizzling news all day long. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please make sure you subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell so that you can be the first person to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Help us grow this channel by giving this video a massive thumbs up so that it gets recommended to other YouTube viewers all around the world as well. Lastly, please leave your comments in the comment section. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. What? Ex-First Lady Patience Jonathan survives attempted murder at her home as her home is raided by thieves. See how it happened. Nigerian's former First Lady Patience Jonathan felt the full effect of insecurity after two persons identified as Praise Gelsin and Usman Gaba broke into the home to steal valuables worth millions of naira and reportedly made an attempt on her life. The duo, upon arraignment at a high court sitting in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, was convicted and sentenced. It was gathered that the defendants were arraigned in November 2022 on 3 counts of conspiracy, armed robbery, and attempted murder of a former First Lady. The court, presided over by Justice Adolphus Enibeli, found Gelsin and Gaba guilty of armed robbery and attempted murder, noting that the prosecution counsel proved his case beyond a reasonable doubt. He subsequently sentenced them to 7 years imprisonment. The court also convicted and sentenced one Tamunoala Alatoro to 6 months imprisonment for negligence to her duties. Justice Ebebeli ruled that the prosecution proved its case against Alatoro. In November 2022, the suspect, after listening to the charges read out to them in court, pleaded not guilty to the offences. Dimabo Karibo, who is counsel representing the second defendant, Tamunoala Alatoro, applied for bail application for his client, which was opposed by the prosecution counsel, Omana, who informed the court that he was not served the bail application. The presiding judge, Justice Enebeli, after listening to the arguments by the counsels, promised to give speedy and fair trial on the case following the conjunction of a court. Justice Enebeli, before adjourning till 4th, 6th, 8th, 18th of November 2022 for hearing, directed that the suspects be remanded at Port Harcourt Correctional Centre. Incidents of insecurity, which has become all but familiar to Nigerians over the past few years, is still is still a cause for worry, as there are still reports of attacks in parts of the country. Earlier this month, suspected terrorists reportedly kidnapped no fewer than 56 persons during an attack on Adara town in the Pakoro local government area of Niger State, north central Nigeria. The attack occurred in the middle of March, while residents of a community and its environs were mourning the death of Reverend Father Isaac Achi, who was brutally murdered by suspected assassins in the state in January. According to residents of a community who shared the incident on their social media pages, the kidnappers have demanded a ransom of 200 million naira in order to release adopted residents. In a Facebook post, Edward Simon Boju lamented how the attack has harmed the community's socio-economic situation, claiming that farmers in the area no longer go to their farms for fear of being attacked. Edward went to Edward went on to say that one of the adopted victims was killed by the gunmen because they refused to follow them to their location. His post reads, and I quote, Adono is an Adara town in Pakoro local government area of Niger State, a town full of love, peace, and unity, has now been invaded by herdsmen who killed and kidnapped these citizens in numbers. The federal government and the government of Niger State should, as a matter of urgency, come to their aid to save them from these bandits who have been terrorizing this community day in, day out. Early this month, about 56 members of his community kidnapped by bandits that invaded the community, numbering about 200 in numbers. Just this morning, I got a shocking news that my friend, who was also kidnapped by name Arada System, was killed because the bandits wanted to change their location, and he complains that he has serious wound that won't let him to trek for a long distance. These Atlas bandits shot him dead and sent some women to inform the community. The kidnappers were asking for 200 million for the people of about 50 something, and where on earth will this money come from? These farmers don't no longer go to their farms. Please, I am calling on foreign NGO to come to the aid of this community to save them from hunger and many other social amenities that they also need, and to know a community bleeding. Another social media user identified as JDPC Mina, who claimed to be privy to the incident, equally explained in details how the attack occurred. Let me have your thoughts in the comment section, guys. But the thing is, a lot of Nigerians have been suffering from these insecurity problems day in, day out. People have paid ransom, people have suffered from kidnapping. These kidnappers will come out and ask for exorbitant, amount of money, outrageous amount of money, and they kidnap in numbers. I don't know if they do this on purpose, but people have suffered. Farmers, especially in the northern region, northern part of the country, and God forgive me, I am happy that the top class, the politician, the elites are now feeling the heat. They are feeling the heat of the insecurity. It is no longer about the average masses only, suffering these insecurity crises, because these insecurity issues that we have in the country is partly as a result of bad governance, because they could have done something about it way before now. And I hope that, because the former First Lady has experienced this, they will press button and make sure that they take action on these. And soon, I hope that these insecurity issues that we are experiencing all over Nigeria will come to an end. It's very doable, but I don't know why it seems as if our leaders have now felt that, you know, they cannot do anything about it. Let me have your thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.